Hello and welcome to the program. This edition covering Nigeria's Northeast. I am Bukola Koka. First, the top stories. The Senate Committee on Army has condemned the heinous attack on the troops of Operation Udoka in Aba, Abia State, which resulted in the tragic loss of 5 personnel of the armed forces and 6 civilians. The Senate Committee describes it as an affront to the peace and security of the nation and commiserates with families and colleagues of the fallen soldiers. The committee is seeking a comprehensive investigation into the incident to ensure that justice is served and those responsible are brought to account. The committee also reassures the armed forces that it stands in solidarity with them and affirms its unwavering support for their efforts to protect citizens and maintain peace in the region. The committee calls for a decisive and resolute response from the military to combat such acts of terror. The Gombe State investment drive may have turned a corner as the Nigeria Investment Promotion Commission (NIPC) collaborates with the state to shore up its investment efforts on the global stage. Gombe State has been elected as the pilot state in the Northeast and 1 out of the 3 states in Nigeria for the implementation of the UNDP-funded Nigeria Investment Certification Program for states. The program will generate data to help market the potential of pilot states on the global stage in order to lure investors in critical sectors.
His Excellency the Governor.
Successes recorded by Gombe State in ensuring a conducive business climate for investors seems to be paying off as the Nigerian Investment Promotion Commission has tipped Gombe State for greater investment opportunities globally.
The Northeast and the best state.
Crowned twice as best state with ease of doing business in 2021 and 2022 by the Presidential Enabling Business Environment Council, Gombe State has continued to up its game by putting up an 18 billion naira industrial park, an asset which has caught the eye of the Nigerian Investment Promotion Commission, who intend to showcase it to investors all over the world.
Creating a very robust and responsive website is very important. So we've seen that your website is actually very good, but it would be good if the Investment Promotion Agency has its own website that's linked, so there can be a link, it can be separate, it can be an appendage or whatever, but people need access to information. And in this day and age, even if the capacity does not exist, which I'm sure it does locally, it can even be outsourced and managed from wherever, as long as they get the information that they require.
Gombe State has also received a pat on the back for the robust implementation of the Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs), further adding to its business traction on the global stage.
In the past year has been instrumental in the setup of the Gombe Investment Promotion Agency, which we're very proud of. And as an institution, we champion the cause of Gombe and some of the really inspiring things that the state is doing to attract capital, especially with the recent announcement of the green bond issuance that was done in January at the Nigerian Exchange.
For the government of Gombe State, the opportunity to get Gombe State's business data ready for potential investors to take advantage of the 1,000-hectare Gombe Industrial Park and other business structures is an exciting prospect.
Gombe is business friendly. Our location too has made us to be business friendly. And we share boundary with the remaining 5 states of the Northeast. And in 2-3 hours, you get to the headquarters of each of those states. And those states happen to share boundary with some other countries, Cameroon, Chad, and Niger Republic. So whatever you do here in terms of investment will provide you access to market, not only for the Northeast, but for the whole of the sub-region, plus the remaining 3 countries, especially their fringe towns within the fringes of their borders.
As Gombe Industrial Park is built to be showcased at the 2025 SDGs Global Investment Forum in the United States, owing to its massive business drive, Governor Inuwa Yahya, who chairs the Northern State Governors Forum, promises to raise awareness amongst his colleagues to create a conducive business environment in the northern region.
As part of events marking the first of his second four-year tenure, Governor Inuwa Yahaya has staged an induction seminar for senior officials in his government. The induction is to keep participants abreast of global best practices in public service and to acquaint new and existing officials with Governor Yahaya's overarching vision for Gombe State. TAG promised to progress. The training drew resource persons from different sectors, including security and finance.
It's a convergence of personalities with a wealth of experience in various sectors called upon by the Gombe State government to give hands-on training in global best practices of governance to commissioners, special advisors, local government chairmen, permanent secretaries, directors general and other senior officials. Governor Inuwa Yahaya believes the best way to commemorate the 5th anniversary of his administration is to expose senior government staffers to modern techniques of governance.
What we really found on ground was a system that was not working, that got rotten all the way from head to toe, and that needed reform. And without reform, a government that came on a vehicle of change would not really achieve anything. But we've been able to, by the grace of God, change the ties, and now Gombe is mentioned #1 in so many things. We don't lag behind now.
One of the invited guests is the former Inspector General of Police, whose address focused on the creation of state police. He believes this will strengthen Nigeria's security architecture.
State police is already existing. My argument is that there is no state of the Federation does not have one outfit or the other that is complementing crime prevention and control and law enforcement. You need to formalize these things and make them answerable to the society, to the community. You need to educate them and you need to give them specific roles that will make them assist in crime prevention and control. State police is already existing.
The Director General of NIGCOMSAT commends the innovative technologies employed by the Gombe State government to drive change, but she also has other recommendations.
Yes, you've provided technology, but now have we adapted it for the citizens? Have we personalized it? Are we considering them in building? Not just take technology and dump it. It has to be adapted so it's relevant to the people that are going to use it. So they just have to raise the bar. We have to close the gaps, be more efficient in how we use it, to use it across board, sharing data, collaborating amongst the agency. So of course there's still more work to be done, but Gombe State has definitely come along.
An award is given to Governor Yahaya by the Bureau for Public Service Reforms for his massive transformation of the state's public service ecosystem.
This agency has been driving the reforms that we are seeing in the states, which are quite creative. They've improved the value of service rendered by the civil servants. And we've seen this drive by the governor through the reforms to make people responsible and accountable.
This event also serves as an induction seminar, and participants believe it will positively impact their work.
I have learned a lot that I can take back and form a segment of committee on people how to observe what is happening within the community and holding this method of knowing who is your neighbor, who is coming to your community as well.
All the patrons that are here will go back to their respective offices fully charged with all the requirements, with all the information gathered here, and then go back and do the right thing.
The seminar covered a broad range of topics from fiscal policies to emerging technologies, security, economy, taxation, ethical conduct within the state's public service, and a 360 degrees overhaul of governance.
The chairman of the Christian Association of Nigeria for the Northeast region, Bishop Mohammed Naga, has been speaking on how Christians in the Northeast stood firm in the face of the Boko Haram insurgency. Speaking at the Concerned Citizens of the Northeast event in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital, Bishop Naga explains that the terrorists targeted Christians at the beginning of the insurgency. Bishop Naga, who is the immediate past Borno state chairman of the association, explains that Christians resisted the antics of the insurgents.
15 years of insurgency in northeast Nigeria came into focus as concerned citizens of the region gathered to recognize and award stakeholders who contributed to the restoration of peace, security and stability in the region.
Retired Major General ID.
Prominent among the awardees are former Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai, and the Chairman of the Christian Association of Nigeria in the region, Bishop Mohammed Naga. For former Chief of Army Staff is lamenting the impact of the insurgency on the state of infrastructure and social amenities in the region.
All indications and of course statistics have shown that the Northeast is one of the least developed zones or regions of the country in terms of education, in terms of health facilities, in terms of enrollment in schools and the number of schools, the number of infrastructure. It wasn't long ago when the Northeast governors sat somewhere in Bauchi and raised the issue of the development of this region. Much attention is needed.
Chairman of the Christian Association of Nigeria in the region uses the occasion to recall how the residents of the region stood together against the insurgents.
I think it started with the Christians. We were being eliminated from house to house, shop to shop. But later on, we came together, all the denominations, we forget about our denominational problem. We organized prayers, and God had our prayer. And then we started accommodating our brothers who are living out of their ancestral homes, and we gave them accommodation. We provided for them by offered us collecting some local collections in the churches, and that's how we kept them. Not only them, even those who are not Christians, we kept them, we house them, we provide for their needs.
The presentation first. Congratulations.
The event also recognized the roles of traditional and religious institutions, as well as the efforts of the military in stabilizing the region.
Welcome back. And still on the aftermath of insurgency in the northeast, in Adamawa State, this time Governor Ahmadu Fintiri has renewed his administration's commitment to providing world-class healthcare services to its citizens through the provision of modern facilities, well-trained personnel and people-oriented policies, with particular attention on survivors of the Boko Haram war. The governor reiterates this during the commissioning of an ultra-modern trauma center in Mubi in collaboration with the Multi-Sectoral Crisis Recovery Project, a community-focused program designed to ensure stability for communities ravaged by activities of terrorists. Mubi, described as the commercial hub of Adamawa State, sharing borders with Cameroon, was the epicenter of the Boko Haram insurgency in the northeast, with the group claiming it as the seat of its caliphate before it was liberated. One of the organizations set up to provide continuous support for victims of insurgency in the northeast is the Multi-Sectoral Crisis Recovery Project, MCRP, a community-focused development program designed to help communities cope with the traumatic events of the last couple of years. The trauma center located in Mubi General Hospital was built to serve that purpose, and it's being commissioned by the Adamawa State government in collaboration with MCRP.
Excellency has constructed a new maternity complex with theater in this hospital alone. He has also constructed a new laboratory complex and a general outpatient department, GOPD, which is now being occupied temporarily by Federal Medical Center Mubi. Aside this, he has renovated and redesigned the theater in Mubi General Hospital.
The Adamawa State Coordinator of the MCRP, Maurice Vunobolki, gives insight into the expectations from the trauma center.
These events have underscored the urgent need for a facility that can provide rapid and specialized medical care, particularly for those who have been traumatized. Today, with the commissioning of this trauma center, we are better prepared to respond to emergencies and save lives in this region, beyond, and even the neighboring Cameroons. This ultra-modern trauma center is equipped with state-of-the-art medical technology and facilities, including a static X-ray machine, anesthesia machine, diathermy machine, C-arm machine, hematology analyzer, mobile theater operating lights, ICU beds, examination couch, a backup power supply powered by a 60 kVA solar system, and many other auxiliary medical tools. The center is part of a broader intervention that has covered 18 primary healthcare centers in Adamawa State, 5 secondary facilities in Mubi, Michika, Garkida, and Mahe local government areas, as well as the supply of drugs and consumables to more than 20 health facilities across the state.
Governor Hamadu Fintiri commends the project coordinating unit for a job well done across the several critical sectors of intervention.
Through the MCRP, my government has constructed and rehabilitated over 18 primary healthcare centers and 4 secondary healthcare delivery facilities across the state. This stands as a testament to good governance, demonstrating our collective commitment to partnering and prioritizing our needs for the benefit of our people. To the managers of these facilities, I want to emphasize that you are crucial to delivering the comprehensive care needed by desperate patients. Please do not stand by and allow resources meant for humanity to deteriorate.
Move back, please. Started here in the General Hospital of Gombe to the glory of God and to the benefit of humanity.
This leads to the commissioning of the facility, after which the governor, Speaker of the State House of Assembly, and other dignitaries toured the facility. Investments in healthcare infrastructure, training and support for medical personnel is necessary for developing a resilient healthcare system capable of meeting the challenges of today and tomorrow. The Yobe State government, through its primary healthcare management agency, with support from partners, have flagged off a vaccination program against human papilloma virus for girls between the ages of 9 to 14. The State Commissioner for Women Affairs, Yajalo Badama, who flagged off the vaccination on behalf of the state government at the Government Girls College, Damaturu, explains that the vaccine is effective and safe, asking all parents to allow their wards take the shot.
Students of Government Girls College and other girls' schools in Damaturu between the ages of 9 to 14 queue up ahead of the official flag-off of the human papilloma virus vaccination as dignitaries wait keenly for the kickoff of the program. A total of 35,000 girls within the age group are targeted, while 565 teams are expected to conduct the exercise within 5 days in Yobe State.
The plan is to reach more than 350,000 girls in Yobe, 9 to 14 years, by the end of 2024. The target is to reach more than 90%. The target for this campaign in these 5 days is to reach more than 90% of these girls, 9 to 14 years, with this vaccine.
Flagging off the exercise, the Commissioner for Women Affairs in the state says the vaccine has been certified to be safe and effective as Governor May Malabuni pledges to prioritize healthcare.
Let me use this opportunity to reassure the good people of Yobe State that health care is undoubtedly a key priority of this administration.
Extensive research and clinical trials have shown that the HPV vaccine is safe and well tolerated. It has undergone rigorous testing to ensure its effectiveness and safety. The HPV vaccine is recommended as it provides protection against HPV-related diseases and cancer in both sexes.
The World Health Organization, among other partners, pledged more support for the state's government.
As we flag off this campaign, 565 schools, community teams will work across the state to vaccinate girls aged between 9 to 14 years across schools and out of school camps in Yobe for the next 5 days.
In a similar vein, as part of the efforts to mitigate the challenge of HPV vaccine hesitancy, a group known as Yobe Advocacy Nigeria has conducted a sensitization to religious and traditional leaders in the state on the new vaccine's efficacy.
In this gathering, we have the religion leaders, we have the World Development Chairmen, and a lot of elders. We are happy by seeing them, and they deliver what is expected from them. Because since the first time of our sensitization, we were able to get the maximum support, and they deliver the tasks ahead of them.
The government and the physicians are optimistic the challenges faced in the past in accepting new vaccines would not repeat itself, especially in the northern states of Nigeria.
Away from healthcare now, Governor Abu Kefas of Taraba State says his administration is determined to diversify the state's economy from over-dependence on oil and federal allocation to dependence on agriculture for food security. At an event held to flag off the distribution of 850 tractors and other farm inputs from Czech Republic to mark his 1 year in office, the governor revealed that the step taken is a game changer in the fight against underdevelopment and a boost for the state's internally generated revenue.
This engine is manufactured in Honda.
The purchase of these tractors, numbering 850 from Czech Republic, is a milestone in the agricultural development of Taraba State to mark the first year of the 4-year tenure of Governor Abu Kefas. The aim is to explore agriculture as an area of comparative in order to improve the state's IGR. The state governor, Abu Kefas, believes the tractors symbolizes his administration's commitment to position the state as a leading agricultural hub in the country.
These tractors, equipped with the latest technology, symbolize our commitment to modernizing agriculture in Taraba, and will continue to do more. This represents a new era where farmers will no longer be limited by outdated equipment. Instead, they will have the tools to enhance productivity, reduce manual labor, and increase crop yields. These advancements will not only boost our local economy, but also position Taraba as a leading agricultural hub in Nigeria.
A total of 250 youths have been trained on the use and maintenance of the tractors, with the expectation of cascading their knowledge of the machines. Speakers at the occasion are appreciative of the governor's initiative, stressing that it is a game changer in the agricultural sector.
It is my pleasure to see that the Czech Republic really contributed to the agricultural development of Nigeria and notably of Taraba State. When I'm saying the Czech Republic, I'm aware that without dedicated Nigerian partners, there wouldn't be any development at all. These 850 tractors are first of all an achievement of His Excellency Governor Kefas. It was him who has been exploring Czech agriculture market and potential to find fitting technologies for his country.
This step that our governor has taken, it is a step that every right-thinking governor is supposed to do to ensure that he becomes self-sufficient. No economy can stand on a strong footing without emphasis on the productive sector. This thing is deliberately cautioned or planned by the governor to raise the production level of agricultural sector.
As part of our commitment, we have trained 250 youths who will mount these tractors, operate them, repair them, and maintain them, because this will ensure their effective utilization.
Meanwhile, farmers in the state, represented by the chairman, Rice Farmers Association of Nigeria, Taraba chapter, appreciates the governor's gesture towards agricultural development and assures of improved yield this year and beyond.
What you have done, you have removed 30% of poverty in Taraba state because it's only production. The remaining 70%, Your Excellency, you have to work hard. That is the value chain of what we are going to produce.
Beyond the distribution of the farm inputs, farmers are also calling on the state government to work assiduously towards resolving farmers and herders' crisis, especially as the rainy season sets in.
Police authorities in Bauchi State have apprehended a man accused of attempting to sell his 5-year-old daughter for 1.5 million naira. The suspect, identified as Yusuf Umar, aged 49, claimed to be a staff member of Warji Local Government Council. According to the police report, Umar had already arranged to hand over the child to an unknown person, unaware that the potential buyer was actually an undercover police detective. Meanwhile, the police also arrested 4 members of the potential hunters group for their involvement in criminal conspiracy and culpable homicide after torturing a young man named Jacob Ayuba to death on allegations that he stole 150,000 naira.
Detectives of the command arrested one Yusuf Umar M, aged 49 years, of Dagu village via Warji local government area of Bauchi State. The suspect, who claimed to be a staff with Warji local government area council, was arrested for trafficking his 5-year-old biological child. On the 26th of May 2024, the accused took the infant's 5-year-old daughter from the estranged wife in Warji local government area under the pretense that he will take her to his sister in Bauchi town. Unknown to the mother, he had already arranged to hand over the girl to an unknown person, not knowing that he is a police detective.
And that's it on the program, and indeed for the entire week. Thank you so much for being part of it. Join us again same time next week when we'll bring you another round of editions covering different regions of the country. I am Bukola Koka. Bye for now.